Yeah.
But before we dive into like the positives and negatives and all that stuff, what are your general thoughts? I know you had a lot you wanted to get off your chest, so vent to me. Let's hear it.
So okay, let me. All in all, I'll give my overall like my opinion on it. And overall, all in all, I don't think it was a terrible game. And here's
Okay.
why: because for the majority of the game, we made a lot of mistakes, but for the majority of the game, we were competitive. We kept it within like 10-ish, 10, 15-ish until they pulled away and it ended up just being kind of like a blowout. And then at the end, we closed the gap, but we do that with every team that blows us out because they stop playing really that hard at the end.
Yeah.
Um, for the Warriors to not play their best basketball is that's the part that I found the most concerning because the Warriors are making a lot of mistakes as well. And again, this is game one, so we can't get too like we talked about, we can't get too like crazy like riled up at it. Um, but I am a little upset. A couple things. I'm a little upset that Russ was starting. Because I did want Darvin Ham to kind of stick to what he said that he was not going to start Russ and put Russ with like the bench unit and just have him run that way. So that was kind of a little weird to me. And not only that, he played like 35 minutes, I think. But and the biggest thing that stood out to me was the turnovers as well. Like LeBron had five, Russ had four, but combined the three, I believe they had about 75 points, I believe, roughly around 75 between the three of them. So I don't think it was a horrible game, but I am very, very concerned about the guys that aren't LeBron, AD, Russ. I'm concerned about minus maybe like Nunn and Reeves, but everybody else I'm a little concerned about. I'm not mad at like Patrick Beverly like chucking up threes like he was doing because Beverly is arguably the best 3-point shooter they have on the team. I mean,
Yeah.
statistically wise, in the last 2 years. So, I'm not horribly mad at the game, but I just. Ugh,
It's not,
it was very troubling. It was like a mixture in my head of like I love this and I hate this at the same time because while we made it interesting, we could have capitalized on so many mistakes, like so many mistakes. Steph didn't have he had a great game, but like compared
it
to Steph,
wasn't
that's
until like
not
the back half. We should have been
well
up
yeah
20 at halftime.
yeah
We should have. I mean, if we were
to say
half,
the least.
yeah, if we were half decent, we would have been. I mean,
And
look,
Draymond played, and I didn't think Draymond was playing, but Draymond
yeah,
actually played.
I mean, everyone played for them. And look, I mean, defensively, we started off great. We looked really good. We were making things difficult. I mean, the Warriors. Don't get me wrong. The Warriors were just missing shots as well. But you got to credit the defense. Defense was switching. Defense was getting hands up. They were doing a solid job. And then you kind of saw it kind of trickle down.
Yeah,
Um, and then in the fourth quarter, we kind of picked it back up. If we played like we did in the fourth the entire game, we probably would have won the game.
yeah.
If guys made a quarter of the shots that we missed, we probably would have won the game. Now, as a whole, we looked really bad. Russ, credit Russ. Russ looked really good. He had four turnovers, but in general, he looked really good. He had a couple mishap that where he got the rebound, could have just went right back up and attacked the defense, but instead he brought it out and then shot the air ball three. That was kind of like that's old school Russ. And then him stepping on the line out of bounds. Outside of that, it was good. He was in control. He played well. If we could get that Russ the entire season, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're as bad as we were last night, but I don't necessarily think we are I don't think we're going to be like elite or great from shooting. But I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to be whatever we were 19% or whatever it was from three. I mean, you'd be talking one of the worst 3-point percentages in league history. So I don't think we'll be that bad. I think we'll probably around maybe I'd say 32 if we're really lucky, maybe 34%,
Okay.
somewhere in that
From
range.
three.
Yeah, from three.
Okay.
And the thing is, we looked good interior. I don't know why we got away from that and why we shot 43s. We were like 10 of 40 from three. It's insane. For a team that's not good at 3-point shooting, we should not be taking 43s. Obviously, if you're knocking those down, it's going to open the floor more. It's going to allow, Russ, LeBron, and AD to operate better. So I do imagine that guys are going to make some shots. I mean, we had a lot of like wide open looks that we just missed. And I imagine we will knock down some of those. But in general, we need to have a better overall just structure with the guys. That'll come as the season progresses, right? You know, I mean, this team's only been together like 2 weeks. So we got to, we got to build that chemistry. We got to build that trust, that understanding. There were a couple times throughout where it just looked like, okay, this is a team that doesn't really have each other figured out. But there were some good takeaways. LeBron